That's pretty good.
I like the intro.
The first time we seen the intro, we're like, oh, it's pretty good.
We're nodding. We like it. Hello, everybody. So we didn't decide who was going to open. Rob, open.
No, you are. You just did. Yeah. I think we wanted to jump on today to talk about, we're launching our AI Sprint 3.0. We wanted to talk about that and just updates on what's happening in the AI world and what we're seeing and hearing and things that are making me mad.
I want to talk about it. I want to talk about that. So first, let's do, let's say the date. So you have done 2 sprints now.
Yeah.
You're moving into welcome to September. Everybody's busy. Get this into your calendar. Get this ordered. This is Sprint 3.0.
Correct.
And all those that registered in 1 and 2 get to come into this one free.
Correct. They should have, everyone that registered should have received an email. If you didn't, reach out to us with a promo code to register for this at no charge. And then any new people that want to register, the link is there. And then that's the neat thing about these is if you register for 3.0, then now you have access to the future sprints. And why it's called 3.0, it's not because it's advanced, it's because these things change all the time. It's the 3rd time I've done it. I haven't changed what you learn, but I've changed because the tools advance. Because today, from the first sprint chat to today, or Grok to today, are completely different. So you're getting the latest and greatest is what we're doing. So, yeah.
So curious, you started obviously teaching the tools in 1, and we're stepping into 3. So the time span between 1 and 3 is.
I think we started.
6
I think
months?
the first one was last November, December, something like that.
Okay, so 7,
October?
8 months.
Yeah.
And your assessment of the tools, we joke and tease, if you're using a tool and it doesn't quite do what you want it to do,
just wait.
Don't ignore it. Wait till tomorrow or next week, it's going to be able to do it. So in your opinion, in 7 months, how far have these tools come? Yeah,
they're amazing. It's exponential growth in these things. Like ChatGPT 5 just came out, and Sam Altman's already talking about 6 will be out soon. Like they're launching not even quarterly anymore. It seems like every 2 weeks they're having these huddles where they're announcing new features into them. But yeah, no, they've come such a long way, and I've learned how to use the tools better as well. So I'm teaching new things on how to prompt better and how to use these, because if you're not that's sort of the course. The first week is about like large language models and prompting, because if you can't prompt well, all the other tools are really hard to use because you're going to get frustrated. You're like, well, it didn't give me what I was looking for because we didn't give it the right information. But the advancement has been crazy. Like they've come, and in some tools where I started using Sprint 1, I don't even use now in Sprint 3 because there's other ones that have surpassed it.
Okay, that's interesting.
For sure.
And I think you're going to see an amalgamation of services within the giants. So if you would go off and use, I think it was Reimagine, was the AI tool that let you take a picture of a room and then it would mock up an interior design improvement for you.
Yeah.
You don't even need that now. You can use it in any of the other.
Grok will do it. Claude really not, but ChatGPT, they'll do it all.
So if an individual uses chat and only chat, are they really using AI to the fullest?
No, I mean, they're typically, I usually ask, like I just did a talk, I think was it last week, and usually I'll start by saying, who's used AI? And pretty much almost everyone now is putting their hands up. I'll say 80%. And then I'm like, how many are using ChatGPT? Most of the hands stay up. How many are using other tools? All the hands go down. There's probably like what? So it's the baseline for sure. It's the Swiss Army knife of sort of AI for me, because it does a little bit of everything. It doesn't do the best images, but it does images. It doesn't do so. But no, like there's so much more out there you can use based on your use case. Like I live off of Gamma. Like I love Gamma. I don't know how I would live without Gamma now, but maybe Gamma isn't good for somebody else because they don't build a lot of proposals. So Gamma wouldn't be, or a good slide deck, so it wouldn't be. So the tools, but I agree with you, though. You said something. I think that's where we're going, and it's good and bad. I feel like the large language models, like the OpenAIs and the Groks and stuff, or ChatGPTs and Groks, even Google, they're starting to like do everything.
Yeah.
And they're buying some of the smaller ones, which is good because you can just go to one. But then there's less competition as well, because a lot of these other apps have started, or a lot of these tools have started by entrepreneurs that are like, they see an opportunity in the market and they get a team together and they build it, where you might lose some of that potentially. And the good thing is you have people that have mega brains, Sam Altman and Elon, that are working on this stuff. Like, I think I saw a stat, there's $1 billion a day going into development.
Oh, I mean, $1 billion a day into development was probably a stat from 3 or 4 months ago. So I think it's excessively larger.
Yeah, like it's crazy.
Right? And there is such a race for talent right now. You're seeing big fights between the big boys. I'm going to call them boys, the big players in that space. You're seeing big fights for talent and lots of talent stealing going on.
Yeah, I think Elon offered someone from OpenAI $100 million signing bonus. You heard that right, $100 million signing bonus to go over.
Okay, so anyway,
I didn't get that offer.
Well, no. It might be coming. It might be coming. So hang tight.
I doubt that, but it's okay.
Okay, so here we are. We're asking you to get informed, become educated, level up your skill ability, and if nothing else, your awareness and your lingo and your language and understanding. I mean, I'm on the phone yesterday with a political, someone in the political space, and I'm like, LLM this and Replit that, and they're like, MMM what? And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
LLM. Yeah. What's a LLM? I'm like, okay, you need to take some courses, because we have. I fear that specifically in our governments, we're not pacing where we should be in our knowledge in this space. So again, regardless of where you sit, entrepreneur, youth, politician,
everything,
government, education, private sector, public sector, wherever you are.
Personal, like just even 100%. Personal use, right? So and I've seen like even the people that have signed up, it's interesting because they're all from either nonprofits, businesses, marketing individuals that are just curious. And the 6-week sprint will expose you to pretty much all the modalities. That's sort of the idea. Like week 1 is large language models. Then we talk about, and I might get this wrong in the order, but imagery, video, workflow, automation. Like, so we touch each week is a different modality. So it's going to expose you to a little bit of everything. And it's meant for people that are either haven't used AI or sort of dabbled in AI. It's not an advanced course, so I don't want to say, but what advanced people are getting out of it is I show lots of tools. So Wednesdays, I teach Wednesdays, Fridays. So Wednesdays theory, I call it. So the back end of why things, how they work. Friday, I demo tools. Like it's all these different tools, and I give some homework so people can go off and create stuff, which is really cool. We do some show and tell, and I've seen some really awesome use cases. People have built their logos and websites. Someone created a song for her husband's like 50th or 60th birthday. Like just super fun things that they're doing with it. So
amazing. Yeah. Okay, so that is. You're going to get a link on the bottom of this that goes into the Unlock the AI Advantage at Sprint 3.0. Yeah. We're starting this on September 10th.
Starts. And I teach every Wednesday, Friday. It's 1 hour a day, 3 to 4 on Wednesdays, 9 to 10 on Fridays. If you can't make it, it's okay. You get full recordings. Plus, you get access to Sprint 1.0 and 2.0 as well, the past recordings. So you get access to all the recordings. So if you can't make a Friday or whatever, it's not the end of the world. But like you said, like mentioned before, it gives you access to, I'll teach this again, and you can come into 4.0 as well, and 5.0 and on and on and on. I don't know how many 0.0s we're going to get to, but we'll see. And one day, my avatar will teach it. Rob won't teach it. So
seriously?
That's the goal. Yeah, my avatar will show up. Rob Bot will show up and teach it.
So let's go in another direction.
Okay.
You're annoyed.
Yeah.
You're irritated.
I am actually.
What's ticking you off?
It's a long list. But no, I've been seeing a lot of a report just came across my desk today. Someone shared with me, and it's talking about how 95% of AI implementation is not given the return that they were hoping for. And I'm going to get my numbers wrong by something like that. And it's just, I've been seeing so much on, I kind of play a lot on LinkedIn. That's sort of the space I play in. And I see so many people that are posting solutions before they even know the problem. So they're talking about, oh, we can build these cool automations for you, or we have this voice bot for you, or we have this, and then someone's buying it because it's whatever, a couple $100 a month, and like, well, it's not working. And I'm like, well, you take a step back first. Like, you need to have a proper strategy in place on how to implement these tools, because as our title says, if your business is really, if you have a bad operation or a bad process and you add AI, then you're just going to get to failure faster. That's all it's going to be. It's like, if you have crap, add AI, it's just going to be more crap, just faster, right? So, or we say crap squared, right? So the idea is to take a step back and really put a strategy in place, like understand, what do you want to do? Where do you want to accomplish? How can AI or automation, that's another thing I get frustrated with. People are using AI and automation. They're two separate things. Like, we can come in
They're not interchangeable.
No, we can come and automate a whole bunch of stuff in your business and not use any AI whatsoever. Mm-hmm. Zero. Or we can come in the other and put in AI, no automation. So it really is, they work really well together, because automation with AI, that's where you're putting fuel on the fire. You're really amplifying it. But I'm getting frustrated where people are going out and just selling. They're selling tools to people, and then businesses go, this didn't work. And I'm like, well, it didn't work because it wasn't the tool's fault, because you didn't have a proper strategy in place, or maybe your process was broken, or whatever it may be was broken. So the AI just amplifies it. It'll just make it worse faster. It's all it's going to, but it's all it's going to do. And then I get frustrated, because I think that's where businesses get frustrated, because I'm a small business owner. I'm busy. I'm wearing multiple hats. Somebody sells me this latest and greatest gadget of AI. I invest money, invest time. It doesn't work. Well, then he or she is soured on the AI. And I'm like, well, it wasn't AI. It just, someone sold you the wrong thing.
Interesting.
So I'm getting so we take a little bit of a different approach. I had a call this morning with someone that was looking to come into our sprint.
Okay.
And at the end, I'm like, you don't need our sprint. You need a strategy. Like, what you're asking me is, you need to sit back. I need to sit with you and understand, okay, what do we want to accomplish? It's not the tools you're looking for. You're looking for a goal that you want to get to. And the tools aren't going to, who cares what the tools are? Just let's put a plan in place, and then we'll find out the best tools to fit in where, right? So.
And I think, Rob, honestly, that is, again, for those that aren't familiar, Rob and I, we merged our agencies together in 2016, and it was early that we realized a shared belief that really does live in strategy mm-hmm. before tactics.
100%.
And it's a discipline to stay up at strategy mm-hmm. and recognize when you're getting pulled down into tactic and bring it back up.
Right.
Table the tactic, bring it back up to the
right.
strategy. So what is it that we want to do? What would success look like? What are some of the obstacles to getting to that? And then implement a plan that is a combination of so many things. Correct. From automation to AI to workflows to humans, many humans doing different tasks to achieve that
100%.
That goal.
And I think where we come at it, I hope we come at it differently than most, is because we're not just selling a tool. Like, I mean, even in marketing, I don't care if you buy Facebook ads or a billboard. Like, it's to me, it's irrelevant. It's what's their goal and what's the best way to get there, right? So AI to me is the same thing. And I think I like to take a step back and analyze, if we automate a workflow, but that workflow isn't efficient to begin with, AI is not going to make it efficient. It's just going to make it faster, right? Or whatever it be.
Inefficient,
faster, exactly. So if we take a step back and go, are we doing it the right way? Is there a different way of doing it? Once we're happy there, then we can add automation and AI, and that's where you're going to see amazing results. Because then you've actually optimized the process, and now you've added AI and automation into it. And that's where you're going to put fuel on the fire. And I think that's where I get the frustration. So many people are just AI experts now. everyone's an AI expert and they're selling all these tools. And I'm like, you're doing the business a disservice. You really are. And it's just...
And there is not a little red button
I wish
that
there was.
you push that has any magical powers that just automatically solves anything.
No, it's not. I mean, all these tools are great if you're used properly. If not, like even ChatGPT or a large language model, if you're not, to me, it's no different if you hire a new employee and I just say, write me a blog post. And they'll be like, okay, what do you want me to write, right? If you just say that to an LLM, they're not going to be able to but if you train the large language model and you prompt it properly, and you're going to get way better results. And I was an early adopter to ChatGPT. I was I literally jumped on right away. Yep. From where I started to today, I make very little changes to the response, like what it gives me back now, because I've trained it.
I was just going to say, you've loaded all the documentation, you've trained it.
Or told it, I don't like the words you're using. I don't speak that way. I don't use that language. I would never say that word because I don't even know what it means. Like, you know what I mean? Like that, or I want, my tone's different too. I'm more of I'm business casual. I'm not the suit and tie guy. So once it's learned that, and everyone's different, right? So you don't train it the way I train. You can train it the way I trained it, but your results are going to be different because maybe you don't want a casual tone. Maybe you want a more professional tone. It'll learn. It'll be smarter than you. It'll learn more than you. These models will learn, right? But you got to use them properly. So we talk a little bit about that in the sprint. Like the first week is all about how the models work, how you train them, how you prompt them, and that's the core of everything. Because that moves to video and imagery and audio, because you need that core in order to do everything else.
But the philosophy is the same. If we take what you just said about training the model, you often say, and it's written in many books, 10,000 hours.
Correct.
So you have to use it. You have to train on it. You have to iterate. You have to. How I signed up for. Because I was on the panel, the Women in AI event that you did. Help Me Mortgage Lady.
Oh, Sarah. Amazing.
I've used chat from the very beginning, and I bet she showed me 3 or 4 systems in there that I probably didn't even see. Yeah,
and Adina as well. She uses GPTs that are awesome, and I'm like, I'm not as good. Okay, now I'm gonna maybe start looking at those things, and it's like you learn all these things. But people always struggle, or well, how am I gonna train this thing? It's simple. Upload all your LinkedIn posts, upload in all your emails, talk to it. I drive a lot. I talk to chat all the time. We're best friends, right? So I have conversations with it, and that's how it's starting to learn who you are and how you work.
So A/B testing. If I take HeyGen, which is one that's been in my list to use forever, I did the traditional tactical approach that said when I signed up, quick 2.5-minute video, look straight ahead, don't make big gestures, don't use your hands, pause at the end of a sentence, count to 3. Oh, don't look up. I just looked up. So I did that, bullshit. And I hated it.
Yeah, it's bullshit because it doesn't work.
So let's talk about what you've done in HeyGen in training for your model, and then I do want to talk about the results that your RobBot's getting compared to you.
Yeah, and it's I think HeyGen's a great example of people want, you hear you can create your avatar and everyone goes off and you follow the steps in HeyGen and you stare at your screen and then you're like, well, it doesn't sound like me. And so there's no strategy around. And then what are you going to do with your avatar? You're just going to do it. So you're like, oh, no, I have an avatar. Now what do I do with it? So what are you going to use it for? It's great for, I use it more for, because we're in the business, it launches when I speak, I actually have my avatar come and speak for me. And then eventually what I want to do is help do training. That's sort of my outcome is to create content and to do training. Those are the 2 things I want to do. But when I trained my avatar, and I worked with John out of Camwitz on this, is that I think we probably filmed 4 times 45-minute sessions.
So just shy of 4 hours.
Yeah, and then the same thing in my voice. So I also did voice recording of the same amount, almost the same, a little bit less than voice recording because your voice gets tired quicker, right? So after a while, you start seeing your like tone.
Monotone.
Yeah, because you get tired, right? Like your video, you can sit there and whatever, but voice, I could start seeing it about half hour in. You just getting tired. You start getting lazy and stuff. So you do a whole bunch of those. So it's getting the best of the best. And then we used 11 labs to train my voice, and then at the HeyGen to train my model, my avatar.
So did the 11 labs go into HeyGen, or did
integrates
HeyGen
now.
go into? Oh,
11 labs goes into HeyGen, so they kind of they API together, they pair together. I mean, 11 labs is sort of the leader, in my mind, for voice cloning. It's a leader in voice cloning, and now I'm literally just started to use it. I try to do a lot of talks. I'll go out and be on stages, and I always use my avatar to have a little bit of fun. But now I'm starting to create content and put it on LinkedIn, and it's funny because it gets way more comments than like Rob does, the real Rob does. So it's kind of fun, but I don't hide. Like it's my Rob bot, and I introduce it as my Rob bot, and it's like people know. But I can almost guarantee you, within the next few months, you would not know the difference between Rob recording. Right now, I'm still playing with it. Like I'm not maybe 100% of the way there, but once I'm 100% of the way, and it's gotten better. Like HeyGen just launched a new model that I'm Italian. I'm a hand talker, which is not great for an avatar because you're not matching your hand motion to what I'm saying right through the avatar. They've now released a new model that will sync your hand motions to what you're saying and the tone and the excitement or not. So they just released it this week. That's exciting. Yeah. So that's what we're starting to see a lot of. But I think I was telling you, I've been starting to apply to go speak at events, and I'm excited. I'm speaking at the AI Summit in Vancouver, which is really cool. And I applied to speak at CES.
Which is the the Consumer Electronics Show in Vegas.
Massive, because you went last year. Jim's gone a couple years.
Thousands of people.
Yeah, so I've applied to speak there, and part of my application, I'm like, I'm going to totally get my avatar to give me a testimonial. So
third-party
endorsement. So my Rob bot did a testimony for
praises of.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know, hopefully it'll catch attention. And then I started thinking, oh, that's kind of cool. I can use it in sales, like as a follow-up instead of an email follow-up. Maybe my avatar says, hey, Nikki, it was great to meet with you. This is Rob Bot. Really enjoyed meeting you. Rob's going to get so you can start seeing, okay, but that's strategy. How do you want to use the tool? And then let's figure out the tools to use it, because I kind of jumped in and built the plane as I fly with my avatar, but you should have it because of what we're in. But if a client came to us and said, I want an avatar, first question would be why?
Yeah.
What are you going to do with it?
Yeah.
Right. And we do that in marketing. I need a website. Well, what are you going to do with it? Why? Is it going to be a brochure? You're going to sell stuff on your website? It's no different. The same conversations we should be having, because they're just more tools.
So changing gears, I find that so exciting, and I can't wait. And actually, before we close out HeyGen, I asked you yesterday, what do you think the really obvious piece of work HeyGen can help companies with that would be broad scope? And I thought it was brilliant when you said the training. Because if you, again, 100%. Speaking to entrepreneurs, training drains your soul.
Yeah.
So how do you
systemize?
Yeah.
Right. And that's the other thing I'm actually excited about. I'm starting to go down this path because a client asked me about it, and it's got me thinking about succession planning. Yeah. And not succession planning as in I'm selling my business. Succession planning is an employee that's been with me forever is retiring or moving on.
Knowledge.
Where's that knowledge going? So if we can start creating that an avatar or a bot, that knowledge, so he can train the next person, it now becomes a valuable IP to the company, right? You actually own now, when the person leaves, that all that knowledge is just walked out the door, but now you bring it back and now it becomes part of your brand. It becomes part of the value of your company, right? So think about the next succession plan. If you're coming to buy my business and I have all this beautiful stuff automated, I have avatars that can train people and SOPs are all developed, you're like, whoa, that's a system, because now I'm buying a system, right? Which is really cool. So I'm fascinated by just that whole area. I've literally just started down that path to see how AI and automation can help there.
I find that so fascinating, because if you think of these 10 and 15 year and 20, 25 year employees, they do have it all up 100%. Here. We have it all up here.
100%.
I think of all the things that I know, if I get hit by a bus tomorrow, that's probably not going to be great for the company. So what I like about...
Do you have a good insurance?
No.
Oh, okay then.
Don't.
It won't be good for the company. No one run over Nikki after work.
Please. Yeah. But you look at the ability to not only have that repository of that knowledge saved, but you even have the ability for it to then be able to answer questions that 100%. It didn't pull from that repository, because it can anticipate what Rob would have said or Nikki would have said, or what that long-term employee had. And we're 100%. Seeing, I'm trying to think, it was the property managers for strata units. I'm understanding that they are very much in demand. There is very few of them to be able to serve all the strata needs. So that's a concern, and maybe that's...
Yeah, I think it's actually one of the most underutilized use cases for AI. Is most people focus on the external stuff, and I've seen, I don't know how long we've been doing this, 20 plus years. Most clients focus on external. We worry about getting new clients. And
actually, that leads me right into the AI.
The internal stuff, right? Like, how can you use the knowledge now so you can have interaction internally? You have a question, right? So I have a question. You can go to this knowledge base and find it really easy. Or your current client or your existing clientele have questions. They can find it really easy. We worry about external stuff. And I'm like, I think there's use cases internally, operations and working, that I think there's an opportunity there that people can capitalize on.
To allow internal staff at whatever level to be able to query the knowledge base and find the answer.
Yeah, because I can never find anything on Google Drive.
No,
but you know what I mean? Like, and I get so frustrated. I'm like, what if I could just go and say, type in what I need, or never mind typing. We talked about today, no more typing, talk in and say, this is what I'm looking for, and there's the answer for you.
So stat that I saw last week or this week was just improving efficiency fourfold by not typing. Stop typing, use dictation, voice emails, voice messages, voice everything will have us do 4 times more of the work. Okay, so here we are, August 28th.
Yeah.
6 weeks ago, I've been after you to give me an AI agent, sales agent.
Yeah.
And you keep kicking me out of the office saying, it's not there yet, it's not there yet, it's not there yet. But
yeah, so there are tools out there now, not maybe an external AI agent. So I just want to make it's really, there's agents here that can activate your database.
This goes to how many times we sit. So again, we're doing strategy sessions and we're sitting with a dental office, and their head is up and they're like, I want new patients. And we ask the question, how many patients, current active patients do you have? How many past patients do you have that are inactive? And the numbers are staggering. You're always saying, how do we reactivate?
Correct.
And that's the success rate. What were you saying to me yesterday on the success rate of the AI agents in that experience?
And I don't remember the percentages, to be honest, but it's like it's activating an existing database. Which when I say that, I mean like you can train a voice agent to literally phone all your clients, to phone all your clients that haven't visited in 6 months, or maybe they're like for us, they come to a webinar, they should all get a phone call. This is thanks for attending. Like, think about the use cases. Like you go see a dentist, instead of getting a text. What if it'd be cool if the phone rang? Hey Rob, thank you for coming in. How was your appointment? And these voice agents will blow you away. There's zero latency. They think and talk like humans. You would not know they're robots anymore. They've come a long way. They've seen really high success rate in that. Where they haven't seen success rate is cold calling.
Yep.
The robocalling, it's not there. Will it get there? Maybe, but I'm like, okay, well, think about, I say there's a lot of professions where, your next 5 years of your business or work is sitting on your desk already, right? A law firm. You want to make sure that you keep coming back, and I use you for a will and conveyancing, like it's sitting on your desk already. You just need to activate that, right? So the use cases could be so we have the capability between voice agents, Go High Level, which is our sales CRM, that tie in all together, fully automated, phone the client, puts them through funnels. You literally do not have to touch it. You just have to do appointments and hopefully make some sales. That's it. Like, it will do it could integrate into calendar booking, send text messages, email campaigns. In that, is really high success rate activating those for sure.
So of the 3 lanes, so we've got existing or inactive clients, we have inbound.
Yeah.
And then we have cold or new BD, new business development.
Correct.
So we have a good
for 1 and 2
mission go in 1. What and about 2 in inbound?
Because these voice agents can do the same thing, because they can answer the phone. And you've probably seen these a lot. Some companies are starting to use them already, but you can either do it after hours. So if you have someone answer the phone already, great. We just activate it at 5 p.m. But I argue that you would have this voice agent, because if the inbound is your goal is to get sales, I can train the agent to be a sales agent. So their goal is so they're going to be trained a lot different than a receptionist that's answering the phone for multiple reasons, right? So the receptionist might be really good at customer service, but he or she might not be great at the sales side, where I can train the agent to do that. They can answer the phone, they can book meetings, they can answer questions, and they can get to the point where if you're worried about, hey, how crazy is this agent going to go? You can train and put guardrails around it and say, you know what, I can't answer that. I'm going to have Nikki call you back. When's a good time? I see Nikki's available in 15 minutes. Can I just book you in for a call with her in 15 minutes?
So fully tied to their calendars.
Correct. And you would get a notification that says, Rob called in. Here's the notes from the transcript from the call. You can quickly get up to speed, pick up the phone and call Rob. And imagine that process for someone rather than phoning, voicemail, the person forgets to call them, you call them back 2 days later, they're like, oh, I've already found someone, or I've moved on. Right? There's a lot of that.
So again, those inbound calls coming in, how quickly can you return that call or get that caller booked onto a consultation or a discovery call with someone within the company? Or book the service if it's a plumber or emergency.
Correct. Yeah, if it's trades, you can even book. You can integrate right into calendars and booking. I'll be there tomorrow. Rob will be there tomorrow at 1 p.m. And then they get a text message at 12 saying, "Hey, reminder, we're going to be there at 1. Push here if you let us know. Call us back if you need to reschedule." If Rob reschedules, it goes to the next person saying, Nikki wanted to go, said, I needed someone as soon as possible. The agent can phone Nikki and say, hey, there's an opening at 1 o'clock. Are you available? Yeah, it can manage that for you. But again, back to strategy. What do you want the AI or what do you want the automation to do? And then we'll find the solutions to best fit. And don't jump to a tool first. The tools are good to understand what's out there. That's why I like the sprint. The sprint's going to give you a good idea of, because 90% of the people that come through the sprint always are every week are wow, I didn't know that tool was out there. Wow, I didn't know that tool was out there. That's what the sprint is good for. It gives you really good foundation. But before you start implementing your business, take a step back and just really understand what you want it to do. Because if not, you're going to be frustrated. You're going to waste money, and it's just going to be crap squared. It's all it's going to be. Squared. It really is. So.
Anything else that you've found, seen, heard, discovered over the last 6 or 7 days that just blew you away or that you were so excited for?
Yeah, I would say one of the frustrations I had is the big players like Google specifically were I felt we're so far behind the development, and I'm not sure why. They should have been ahead of everybody.
I think they had it. They were keeping it closed. Maybe. It wasn't open source.
And then everyone else I think just came so fast ahead of them.
And forced.
But I find the last couple of weeks, Google's released some really good, like VO3 is crazy on the video side. Again, when you hear this, don't everyone go off and you're not going to go create a 2-minute video. It's not that easy to create a 2-minute video.
No, you need your storyboard and your strategy to figure out what your message is.
But the products they have, and they just released a new product, something banana or something. It's a photo editing that is literally will kill all the photo editing tools. It's crazy. You'll come to me what the name is, but it's really neat. That's they're starting to get in the game a little bit more, I've seen, which is nice to see. And I think one of the I'm fascinated by is the whole search thing. I've been talking about this for the last 6 months to a year, and it's slowly starting to come to fruition where people are not searching like they used to. So that like people aren't going to Google and typing in as much anymore. I just had like, we were driving in the car and I can't remember what came up, and literally everybody said, well, I'll just check chat, right? Like no one said, I'll Google it, right? Hey, we just want to look for a restaurant. They pick up the phone and talk. Hey, I want to eat Mexican tonight. I'm in Kelowna. What do you think? Give me some ideas. Like that's what we're seeing. They're not going to Google as much anymore. So I'm super fascinated where that's all going to
and
go.
Again, it's that leveling up of that optimization of being
Correct.
found. So if you take a look, again, we're looking at those name, address, phone number directories. Mm-hmm. Those directories are feeding
Correct.
the LLMs, the navigation tools.
And Reddit's big into it. But someone says something to me, and I don't think I've even said this to you. Someone said something to me a couple days ago that really made me stop to think. And they're like, will we ever need, like in the next 3 years, 2 years, will we even need websites? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, today, yes, everyone, please, you need a website. But in 5 years, 2 years from now, will you just go to chat and chat will just give you like a listing that, I don't know, like it's got me thinking. I'm like, it's interesting. I wonder where that's going to go. Like, I wonder the future of, will it just morph into something else? Like, it's interesting. Like, you definitely need a website today.
It's changing the questions.
Correct.
And again, if we look at operator, and we have the two areas that I'm watching really, so many, but the two areas that I'm very interested in is the AIs. So again, you giving your AI assistant or swarm of AIs the ability to go and execute something with other AIs. So there's that component that's coming that is going to be interesting. So if you layer in your question you just asked about websites, do they need the website? The AIs, you look at, it's like thinking 2 seconds, really hard. Here's the answer. Maybe, maybe not. But then the other part that I'm really interested in watching is something's happening in our financial sector and the currencies that we know. And again, I'm not pro this or pro that, but I think we're going to see some substantially disruptive things that are happening in financial that allow for that those AIs to be able to transfer
funds.
However, because our current SWIFT code system or routing system is 3 days to get things moved around banks, which is
it's hard to get your own money. It's crazy.
Fascinating.
But it's touching that, it's touching every industry. I just posted an article today. There's a professor at SFU that's teaching a class this coming year with an AI agent, like an avatar. He's teaching it. He's co-teaching it with an avatar. Like SFU, one of the first classes in all of ever then educate. Like
wait a minute. So we have a human educator,
and he's going to have
a virtual.
And he's created an AI avatar.
Assistant.
Correct. Yeah, and he's going to be first, supposedly the first of its kind. I just posted it today in my LinkedIn. If you're interested in reading the article, SFU, which is really cool. So, and then you're starting to see obviously health. Right, there's a massive movement in health with AI and automation. So it's touching so many of our lives, like constantly, right? And I love the people that say, no, I'm against AI. Like, I'm not. And I'm like, well, if you have an iPhone, if you ever used face recognition to open your iPhone, if you use Netflix, I can go on and on and on. It's all AI.
We give all
it's
of
all
our data.
AI. Like,
we give all of our data.
So I think it's in our lives. And I think from a business, if we bring it down to a business, I really truly believe that businesses that adopt this, I'll say another, if you don't adopt this and your competitor does, I hate to say it, you could be out of business. I think it's going to get to that point. If a company is going to be that efficient using these tools and can do it at a higher level and be personalized marketing.
And they're extremely inexpensive.
100%.
Yeah, and they get less expensive
Correct.
Through every upgrade and through every release. Okay, I want to close with, unless there's something else you want to add, I want to close with, are you willing to share what we're planning in October?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Alexa might yell at me, but it's okay.
Don't tell her.
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully she's not listening. So we've, in the past, last year we did the AI Summit. So it was one day event. Amazing. Peter Diamandis was amazing. Kane Minkus. We had amazing local speakers
Education.
As well. Yeah, it was all good. It was great.
Incredible.
Then I've gone to a couple conferences, and I went to Upper Bound in Edmonton, and they had this really neat concept that after the conference, you're there all day, which is really cool. They had all the side note, but they had 6 or 8 stages. You put on your headphones, and each of the stages were color coded, and you're in one big room. And I just changed my headphones to the color of the stage I want to listen to, so I can be in one room, listen to this talk. I'm like, oh, that doesn't interest me. I put it to the green stage. It was really cool. But the cool thing is they did all these little smaller events all over the city, at the library and this little bar. And I'm like, that's kind of cool. So we kind of workshopped it internally, and we came up with Level Up Out of Office. So Level Up Out of Office. So the idea is we're going to go visit 5 different locations in our community over a week. So October, the last week of October. So I can't remember. It ends on the 31st. So back up 5 days from that. So we're going to start on Monday, and every day we're going to move to a different location throughout the city. And we're going to do part speaking, part panels, part workshops.
I'm really excited.
Some live streams. We want to do some live podcasting, and I think I can give. I think I can tell some of the. It's okay if I say.
Yeah, please. Okay.
So this is the thought, and I think we're 99% secure on all these. So we're going to start Monday at the Rotary Center for the Arts at Mary Irwin Theatre. Big bang. We got a lot. We can put a lot of people in there. So we're going to have some really fun things. So working on maybe something around AI and arts. Tuesday, we're going to go to the Prestige, and it's going to be a full workshop. So that's 4 hours of workshops. We're going to do some really cool workshops there. Wednesday, we're going to move to Sandhill. We're going to work with Amy Cohen, who we love, and she loves us. So we're going to do some really cool stuff with Amy at Sandhill, and we're going to do a mixer that night. Thursday, we're going to go to the KF Center for Excellence, which I'm super excited about, because they got some really cool stuff happening out there that I'd love to showcase to the community. And they're so excited. We got some really cool things. And then Friday, we're still looking. So Friday is open. We've been talking to some partners, and we'll see where we end up. So that Friday is still open. We want to do it in the day because it's Halloween that night, so people can go trick-or-treating. So we're going to move. So every day we're going to move. You're going to be able to buy a pass for the whole week. Or you can buy individual day passes.
But again, limited number of week-long passes.
Yeah, because
some of the capacities.
Yes.
So maybe 70.
I would say between 50 and 70-ish week-long passes, and then there'll be days like obviously at the Rotary Center for the Arts and KF, we can put a couple hundred people in those rooms. So those days, we might get a little bit more of a keynote speakers on those days. Yep. And we're going to try different times. Like we might do 4 hours at night, some in the morning. Just something different. We want to get in community. The idea behind is that it's ever evolving. As you know, we love to build the plane as we fly. It's changed like every great idea. It starts here and it keeps moving. Is that the vision was like getting this into the community, but showing how it's affecting or can affect so many different verticals, right? Not just marketing. We're talking about arts. We're talking about aviation. We're talking about tourism. We're talking like it literally touches so many different places, and we're hoping we're going to give the community an opportunity to listen to amazing speakers, workshops showing you how to use some tools, networking, right? Talking to people as well,
because you learn so much in hearing how they deployed something or how they used it.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. So I'm pretty excited about it. It's going to be it's different as well, and I love we have everyone we reach out to, like they're so awesome to work with. We're super excited. All these partners that are so excited to work on this as well. So we're still working on topics. So that's next week. So we're hoping to launch actually within the next week and a half. We're going to launch our week-long passes that you guys can buy, and then and we got a couple other things that we've been thinking about as well that will tie in either night or the following week, some small workshop stuff, and so some really fun things that we're going to start to do. So
amazing.
Lots of stuff happening.
DM us, email us, call us if you have questions, or if you have tools that you want to learn about, or if you're interested in any of the strategy work that we do. We'd be happy to help you level up, scale, launch whatever it is that you're trying to do. This is an exciting time.
Super fun
to be in business.
Yeah, and then like the AI Advantage starts September 10th. If you're interested, go and register. You'll get tons of value. You get 12 hours of my time. So come in, have fun, learn, ask questions, create a little bit of a community with the people that are on, and it's virtual, so you literally can be anywhere in the world and be part of it. So
love it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Until next time.
Thanks, everyone.